everyone, welcome back to Office Hours. I'm Lindsay DeWoody, Operations Manager at American Wholesale Hemp. Today on Office Hours, we are going to discuss Blue Magic. I'm bringing on a couple of guests today, and we're going to discuss Blue Magic on the growing side, as well as Blue Magic, how it helps on our processing side as well. So thank you so much for joining, and I hope you enjoyed today's show.
Hempire Genetics is an advanced research program set forth under the 2018 Oklahoma Industrial Hemp Pilot Program, overseen by Northwestern Oklahoma State University. A lot of farmers reach out to us. They've heard about what we're doing and are interested and want to know what they've had growing on their land since they were kids. Oklahoma is very diverse in its weather system, and so these plants have adapted over the last several hundred years to withstand that. A lot of it was brought here by the U.S. Department of the Interior back as part of Hemp for Victory. Hemp for Victory was brought about with the loom of the coming World War. We knew that we were going to have to produce a very large amount of hemp to rig the ships for their sailing, for their ropes, for their anchors, also clothing, sailors' hats, our flags, everything was made from hemp. Marijuana wasn't made illegal until 1969. The USCSA classed marijuana in with other dangerous narcotics such as heroin, cocaine, and methamphetamines. The campaign to slander cannabis began back in the 20s, mainly with William Randolph Hearst and the paper mills. Then that transgressed into big oil later in the 30s and 40s, really gained steam. By late 1937, the Congress passed the Marijuana Tax Act, which grouped industrial hemp in with marijuana. After that, they gave the differentiated names, hemp, marijuana. While farmers were still allowed to grow, taxes were raised so heavily that it made it difficult, especially for lower income farmers. In 1940, when Hemp for Victory came to Oklahoma, they actually used Oklahoma as a test plot. Several genetics were shipped in from all around the world to see what would grow best on American soil, since Oklahoma has such a diverse climate. And it's very hard to find a lot of documentation on that. We know there was a lot of places, obviously, that were involved, or we wouldn't be finding cannabis in every county in Oklahoma. Hempire Genetics, sowing the seeds of the past to grow a better future for everyone. Visit us at HempireGenetics.com or on our social media pages at Hempire Genetics.
Hey everyone, Lindsay DeWoody back again. This is our first guest on today's episode of Office Hours. This is C.W. Dameron. C.W., thank you so much for joining us today. Really appreciate it. C.W. is the Cultivation Research Project Director for Hempire Genetics. And today, again, we're discussing Blue Magic. As promised in all of our Office Hours episodes, we're really going to take a good portion of each show to highlight one of the products that we distribute here at American Wholesale Hemp. And as we mentioned in last week's episode with Jordan Early, Blue Magic will be hitting shelves later in May. And pre-orders will be coming soon. Again, more updates will become available shortly. So, CW, today we're going to discuss Blue Magic. And tell me a little bit about what you do for Hempire Genetics first.
Breed the seeds and stay on the Blue Magic. There's a lot of process of learning on the Blue Magic, indoor, outdoor, for breeding the seeds and our plants, bringing our plants in that grow in Oklahoma. And humidity is a hard task to deal with, so the Blue Magic is the thing that helps the most with the powdery mildew, which is PM.
Mm-hmm. On the plant itself?
On the plant itself.
Okay. So Blue Magic, that's safe to use in both indoor and outdoor grows, is that right?
Yes, indoor, outdoor, greenhouse.
So in the portion where you're breeding seeds for Hempire Genetics, are you using Blue Magic at all during that portion of it, or is it more once?
At first, but then we have to stop the Blue Magic, so that's another thing that helps with the Blue Magic. But it's almost impossible to grow outdoor or in a greenhouse without the Blue Magic.
And why is that? What does Blue Magic help with?
The PM and the bugs.
Okay.
In our research and development, we have a lot of people that come and visit the grow every day, and not being scared that somebody's going to bring in a bug. All the confidence I have in my product I'm actually excited that people can have it and get a chance to buy it.
Yeah.
It's not just for research and our clients only.
Right. We've done the research portion of Blue
Yes.
Magic.
And
I
the
mean, you
plants-
have been super heavily involved with that, working
Yes.
with Ryan Early at Hempire Genetics. You guys have been the main folks testing this product from day one.
Right.
Once it was created. So in using that product, you said it helps get rid of powdery mildew on the plants as well as insects. And
Yes.
correct me if I'm wrong, Blue Magic is the first herbicide, correct?
Yes, it is.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
There's a lot of patents on it, and still working on more. And
To
and we're
trademark
still
that
learning
term.
the other things it is still helping, and other bugs that it prevents and keeps them away. So there's still a
So
lot of research
at
going on
what-
with it.
At what stage of the plant can people start using Blue Magic if they're noticing bugs or other critters around?
I use it from either if I'm growing a clone, from the day it's a clone, or when the plant's popped, from the start to the end.
And it's safe to use throughout that entire life
Yes.
cycle, correct?
And
Even
the
right
plants-
before harvest? And
Yes, even the day before. I don't really recommend. I hope that you stay on the spraying every week and you have no problem. So at that last week, you don't have to spray.
Okay. So in your findings, it's best to use it every week.
Every week, once a week.
Okay. Okay, awesome. Awesome. And it helps prevent,
Yes.
if you're trying to prevent bugs from coming in, or if you've got an infestation,
Yes.
it'll get rid of the infestation and keep it gone, right?
Yes, yes.
Okay.
And the plants love it.
Awesome.
And the plants love it. And it's actually a foliar feed during flower, which is really
Really?
cool. So you get to feed the plant during flower.
Okay. That's tremendous. So it really can be used
Yes.
from
yes.
pretty much the whole life cycle of the plant.
Yes.
Okay,
yes.
that's incredible. One product.
Yes,
that you
and put
can
it in
use-
the soil. I spray the plant and the soil to protect both sides.
Okay. Awesome. And when you're spraying the plant, how do you guys recommend the application of it?
I
How
use
thorough?
like a 1 gallon pumper sprayer. It's 1 ounce per gallon. You pump it up
Mhm.
and make sure it's shaken up under a low lighting condition, which a grower should know. Water or anything amplifies it, so it will burn the plant. So you
So
want
if we're
to use
using this in an indoor grow with lights, we're going to want to do this at lights out, correct?
not really lights out, low lighting.
Low
If you got a
lighting.
regular house light or whatever in their bulb, that would be fine. Just so you don't burn the plant. You know, under high lights, no, it'll burn the plant. If you're doing outdoor, I would recommend do it early in the morning so it has
Okay.
plenty of time to dry up during the
Before
day.
the heat of the day and before the
Yes, because if
sun's-
you do it at night, you will. It's holding moisture overnight.
Okay, okay. All right. Well, can you tell me also what is different about, because I know you've been doing this a long time, right? What's different from Blue Magic to other products you've tried that are out there on the market? What makes Blue Magic different?
The testing and the results on it. The plants love it. They absolutely love it. I have not had one problem with it. Nobody's complained.
Right, and from
Nobody.
all of you folks who have tested it and, come in and just had conversations with me, I've received nothing but rave reviews, and it's, saved plants, it's saved, grows that
big
have
grows.
helped us with this research and development of this product. And, from my understanding, some of the products out there on the market can, really damage the plants,
Yes.
burn the plants, kill the plants,
Yes.
and then you're sunk, right?
Yep.
And there have been, and Blue Magic is totally different in that regard. We're not seeing the damage
No.
in using Blue Magic that we're seeing in other products that we've tried, correct?
Yeah. And the testing is totally safe. Nothing in it will hurt you. You can spray it on you, your hands. It won't hurt you at all.
That's incredible. That's incredible.
And the plants love it.
That's awesome. So, and tell me if, it's gardening season in Oklahoma,
Yep.
right? And, not everybody's growing hemp or medical marijuana. Could Blue Magic be used in
Oh, yeah.
everyday gardening if we're growing, a tomato plant or
Oh, yes.
flowers, or to help get rid of, any mildews and molds and bugs and
Yes,
whatever
all
else?
of it. Yes.
Incredible.
Yep.
Incredible. So it's, there's a purpose for it for everyone.
Yes,
Any
yes.
Anybody who's growing whatever.
Yep.
Incredible.
I spray all the flower beds outside that we have outdoors, and spray those beds, the soil and around them, to prevent everything to stay away.
Awesome. Awesome.
So I would do it on any vegetable.
Great, great. Well, man, that's incredible. Anybody can use it.
Yes,
So,
yes.
well, CW, thank you so much for going over the use of Blue Magic during the grow process. When we come back from break, I'm going to bring in Sal Chivera. He is our processing lab director at Cantech Labs, and we're going to discuss how Blue Magic has helped him. Hey everyone, welcome back to Office Hours. Now I've got with me Sal Chivera. He is our processing lab director here at Cantech Labs. And as you all know, American Wholesale Hemp distributes the products that are manufactured at Cantech Labs. And what some people don't know about our company is we're really unique in the fact that we are seed to sale. So what that means is the plants that are grown and tested through Hempire Genetics come to our processing lab at Cantech Labs, and once they go through processing, they are then manufactured into the products that we all know, love, and take every single day. And they're distributed here through American Wholesale Hemp. So, Sal, thank you so much for joining us this afternoon. I really appreciate it.
Yeah, thank you for having me.
Absolutely, absolutely. Well, Sal, tell me a little bit about what you do for Cantech Labs and the processing lab.
All right, so I'm basically the lead processor on my side, and I take in the product, I check it in, make sure it's valid, doesn't have no mold or infestation of spider mites and other aphids and stuff that's in our industry as a whole.
And when you take in the product, are they taking in the plant, the biomass? What are we taking in?
They're biomass, but they're bringing in sometimes it's full plants, and they ask us to shuck it and grind it for them, and other times they would like us to process into further applications like RSO, isolate, furthermore. But for the most part, just bringing it in and making sure it comes in at the green plant and leaves the product in either an oil form or an isolate form.
Okay, and in isolate form, that's where what we would use next door at Cantech Labs to turn it into the products that we sell here at American Wholesale Hemp, correct?
Yeah, that's
okay. It. Okay, so in your findings and what you're seeing when you're looking at all this product that comes in, right? How has Blue Magic changed the game for you and what you do in the processing lab?
Okay, so we've been taking in some products from all over the state, whether it's the north side, south side, east side, west side. They're all having different problems and different reasons why we should promote Blue Magic to them. So they're having powdery mildew on half the batch and it's covered, but they're not getting it on all the plants, or they're having bugs on just a couple and it's spreading too quick. So what I've seen us with Blue Magic is that we constantly apply it once a week, and as long as we keep following that weekly schedule, I don't seem to have any problems like that. I rarely reject any products coming in from Hempire Genetics. I've had to reject a couple from our clients are coming in from around the states because they're having powdery mildew or insects, and I really don't want that in my facility or in my equipment. It's just extra cleaning I have to do. It clogs up my filters, the product tests fails and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
And
it's hard on equipment, and then the end product may not even be something usable, right? Because at Cantech Labs, we only take the best of the best. Our isolate has to hit at a certain percentage. It has to be extremely clean. And, if the plants are coming in and they have not been treated properly with Blue Magic and they have spider mites or powdery mildew on them, we can't use it. It's not going to make the quality end product that we hold ourselves to the high standard of producing.
Right.
Makes
right.
perfect sense.
Yeah.
Makes perfect sense.
It's medicine.
It is, yes. It's going into, ingestible or, our topicals and stuff. So, obviously we all hold ourselves to that very high standard that we produce the best of the best here. So that's incredible.
Yeah.
To hear from CW here how he's using it in the grow as, they're actively growing the plants, and then once it gets to the processing, because that's a part of the cycle of all of this that people may not know much about is, we hear about all of these grows that are coming up throughout the state of Oklahoma now, and that's phenomenal, but what happens once you're done growing? It has to be processed to go, here, for instance, if we're have our hemp plants that are being turned into our CBD products, it's got to be processed somehow. Well, you can't process something that's not a quality product, right? So that's incredible that Blue Magic has done so much to help the grow side and the processing side.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Awesome. So now that you're not dealing with the powdery mildew, and is the turnaround time faster in processing?
Yeah, surely. Yeah, I can probably get out a day faster.
A full day faster.
Yeah, it's
a
just
full day
less
faster.
processing. I don't have to clean my machines all the time, right? I can throw more batches.
It's not
in.
as extensive cleaning that you're having to
Yeah.
do between batches.
Yeah. Less
and
coagulations happening in my rotos, and my filters are not getting as clogged.
Wow.
So all in all,
So it's been a
very
game
helpful.
changer having
Yeah.
this, clean product to start with.
Yeah, less of a headache.
Yeah, absolutely. It saves the equipment, saves your time, and we're able to produce more product faster
Yes.
because we're starting out with a superior product.
Yeah.
So that's incredible. That's incredible. And I know as, more grows continue to learn about Blue Magic as we bring it onto the market here in the next couple of weeks, processors everywhere are gonna, be grateful that we've got this product available. So awesome. Well, Sal, thank you so much for coming on today and sharing a little bit about, what you do in the processing lab and how Blue Magic has made your job a lot better, right? A lot easier, maybe even too. And CW, thank you so much for coming on and explaining a little bit about, the genetic side and grow and what Blue Magic has done. So thank you so much, guys, and I really appreciate it. Hey everyone, so this is going to wrap up this week's episode of Office Hours. Again, I had an amazing time discussing Blue Magic with CW and Sal. I'm so thankful they were able to join us this week. If you guys want some more information on Blue Magic or would like to be updated on the launch of Blue Magic and when it's going to be available for pre-order, like us on Facebook at American Wholesale Hemp on Facebook. We're also on Instagram, American Wholesale Hemp. You can also contact me here at the office, 405-604-0525, or send me an email at lindsay@awhemp.com, and I'll be happy to answer all of your questions on that launch of Blue Magic and all of our products. Thank you so much for watching this week, and we will be back next week with a new guest.